Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at Google Gemini's newest release in their image generation platform. Inside of Google Studio, you can get there at aistudio.google.com. And essentially, this is brand new, and the name of it is Nano Banana. I'm going to compare it to some of the ways that I've been trying to create YouTube thumbnails and AI. There's a bunch of different tools out there, and I got to be completely honest with you, I still haven't found a really good solution, and I end up making my thumbnails myself in Canva. Sometimes I use AI to do things with them, but generally speaking, I still haven't found a good solution. Even paying $40 for the best quote unquote tools out there on the market. One of them's called Pexels. I've also tried one of 10's thumbnail generator, and I've tried vidIQ's and a couple other ones as well. These are pretty expensive monthly paid tools, and they haven't gotten the job done good enough in one go. Then you start trying to edit and so forth, and it doesn't work, right? So we're going to try this out, and I've got a couple different tests going on. But the first thing I did was I came over here to Google Gemini, which I actually use for a lot of website content. If you want more tutorials on that, leave a comment below. This is becoming one of my go-to tools just because of the power of its knowledge base. Obviously, it's Google, and it's Google's tool, so you got to kind of bet on them. They have 20 years of knowledge of being the best and most visited search engine in the world. They have the biggest database on earth, and they're a very rich company, multi-billion or trillion-dollar companies. You could probably bet on them that when they start going in on AI and building tools, that they're going to be really good. And so when I've created website content, I've been impressed with the way this can use advanced reasoning, follow instructions, and do live web scraping and put everything all together. I haven't been able to experience that with other tools. So Gemini's powerful. I just wanted to ask, what image generator do you use inside of Google Gemini? Essentially, it's not using Nano Banana. So to use Nano Banana, their newest, latest, best image generation tools, you do need to come in here to the AI Studio, okay? But I haven't tested too many images in here. I have before, maybe like a month ago, and they weren't that good. So I didn't really use Gemini to create images with all the AI craze and everything about how often you can go and use a tool like ChatGPT and upload an image and just say, hey, change the color of my shirt, and that's it. You didn't say to do anything else. Can it follow instructions on just doing one simple thing? To be honest with you, I can't even get really good results with just that without it changing the way your face looks. There's all kinds of different things, and then you end up just wasting time. AI ends up being a waste of time, and really AI should be saving you time. And I'm only going to invest and use AI when I find a workflow and a process that works for me that actually saves me time with high confidence that it's going to get the job done. When it ends up costing me more time, then I just end up still doing things manually myself. So it's good to know this is not the Nano Banana. You do need to be in the AI Studio. When we come through here, I uploaded this and I said, hey, can you change the color of my shirt to be bright red and don't change anything else? I uploaded an image and it was able to do this. We can click on it. Now, everything looks great. It didn't change anything else about the image. I'm not really sure of the quality. If I push download, you can already see it kind of pixelates when it's this size. I think that the quality of this, like we would maybe need to go and put it through an image upscale. You're definitely not getting a high definition image right out of Gemini. For a thumbnail, I still don't think this is good enough because you can see the pixelation, you can see how it's a little blurry, but it did change my shirt red. The only thing is, like I said, the quality and the little bit of pixelation. I probably wouldn't use this. I would maybe go and see if I can upscale it, but even when you put it through image upscalers, a lot of times it still doesn't look good, right? You guys have been there, done that. Now, it did do a good job with changing the shirt, but it did add this little logo, little star dot thing here, which in the very right-hand corner there. So you could upload that if you really wanted to, but I would say it did a 90%. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. It did pretty good, but it added its extra little thing right there. And then it's also a little blurry. So I wouldn't really use that. And then what I did was I went over to ChatGPT and I said the exact same thing. I uploaded the exact image and I said, hey, and I copy and pasted this. So there's no variation whatsoever in the way that I prompted it. And it did create this right here, and it didn't stay in a thumbnail format. You have to specify that inside of ChatGPT. It does changes of the face. It used to change the face way too much where it wasn't even usable. It didn't even look like me, right? So this isn't an improvement, but you can see the logo up here. If we really zoom in, it's not going to let me zoom in. It's kind of weird, but you can see the logo right over here. It almost like created a Pinterest pin right here for me, but the logo's all messed up right there. The eyes really jacked up right there. Like this is, when you really look at it, this is not usable. ChatGPT takes a lot longer to create images as well. I think ChatGPT shines when trying to create infographics, text-based type of infographics or posters, or anything from scratch that you prompt it to. It does a great job with that. But when you start trying to utilize another thumbnail, specifically talking about thumbnail design, and you want to just change out the character or change out this or change out that, ChatGPT definitely fails, and I haven't been able to use it. So what we're going to do now is go into Nano Banana, and I'm going to click on it, and we're going to see if we can run the exact same thing. I'm going to go ahead and push the plus button over here. I'm going to upload a file, and I'm going to upload that exact one right there. And then I'm going to use the exact same prompt that I used for both of these over here. So let me grab that prompt there and go back. So we're going to watch this live. I'm going to talk through it because I also want to see what the speed is that it was able to do this as well. But right now we're doing the exact same thing that we tested out in ChatGPT and in Google Gemini. Again, Gemini kept the thumbnail size. You can see right here, within 10 seconds, it is successful. I don't know what this little dot over here, that might actually, do you guys know? Leave a comment below if you know the Google Gemini logo. That's the Gemini logo. It is not putting it right there on the final download. So what is this watermark? I'm paying for a subscription and everything, so I don't know what the watermark is. Even when we download this and take a look at it, you'll see that it does have that logo there. Is that something that they're putting on anything that you create in here to label it as AI or AI generated in some way, shape, or form? It has been tampered with AI. Is that their way? I do think that the pixelation is decent right here. You can zoom in and blow this up pretty big, and you'll start seeing some pixelizations of the text, but not bad, definitely. Probably usable, and it followed the instructions. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to get the answer out in case you guys are wondering too, so I don't have to make you go and do the research on your own. I typed in, can you tell me why when using Google Gemini or AI Studio, it places a watermark? AI Overview says when using Google's generative AI models through AI Studio or Gemini, a watermark is added to identify the content as AI generated. This is part of Google's effort to promote transparency and combat misuse, such as deepfakes and misinformation. They have decided, this is what Google's decided to do. Of course, we could take this in, I could take this into Canva or any kind of image editor, and we could get rid of that watermark, no problem, which kind of sucks because it just adds another step when trying to use this in your workflow. It will create another 5-minute step. We would have to download this, upload it, and then go in there and get rid of this. We could just use, even in Canva, you could just use remove, magic erase or whatever. It followed instructions really well. Now I want to do a little bit more testing and take this up a notch, a little more advanced. It was able to do that for us, no problem. Really cool stuff. Let me show you some of mine. I'm gonna come over here to create and show you some of the thumbnails in here. And I run other YouTube channels. I was able to use one of these and it did pretty good. The video got like 1,000 views or something like that. It wasn't on this channel, but this has not really been that great using vidIQs. I will admit that the other ones that you're paying $40 a month for, Pexels, I did that as well and thought that was going to be the answer. And that also didn't really produce very good results. And so I haven't been able to find one that I could actually use. In this case, if you can see right here, and we can blow this up, you'll see that unfortunately, when whatever engine they're using, however they're creating their images, you'll be able to see right here, there's a line. And this is actually in the output. If we download this and upload this as a thumbnail, you're getting this like square right here. I'm very surprised that vidIQ, big of a software company and brand that they are, that this is just what we have to live with right now. You have this square that and then they make my face look like fatter than it actually is. It just doesn't look that good, right? And so this is not usable. And so I want to see if we could use something like this to create a thumbnail. So we're using that. We do have temperature. We do have some advanced settings over here and so forth, but I'm going to come over here and discover outliers. Maybe we go with type in Nano Banana, see some of these right over here. I think I was looking at this one right over here, and maybe we can use this thumbnail here. Does it let you download? Okay, perfect. So now we're going to see what Nano Banana can actually do. We're going to upload a file here. I'm going to go grab that one, and we are going to All right, so what I'm going to do here is run this and see if the AI can understand that we had a first image, we put a profile image of myself, and if we can actually replace that. Then also we'll kind of stick around, try to talk through this. I usually get rid of any silences in my videos during my editing process. You can see how fast that was. It did not stick with the size, so I should have specified that. But it was able to do something pretty darn cool. What we're going to do again is try again and maintain the first image size. It's for a YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so it failed on that one. I didn't recreate it. So we're going to try it again. I'm going to re-upload everything and try again. I tried to do all three in one. I uploaded 3 images right here. We uploaded this image, my profile image, and the background image. I told it to change the man in the image to the second attached image, maintain the first image size. It's for a YouTube thumbnail. Also change the background image to the third image uploaded, the green one. It was able to change out the first image with the green background, which is great. It kept everything else perfect, but it just didn't change myself out. So right here, we're going to see if I have to start over from scratch or not. We'll go back into profile. We'll go in here, boom, keep image size, change man out to the attached. Now let's see if it makes logical sense that we're referring to the image it just created. We're only trying to make an edit to that image. Let's see, we'll find out here in just a sec, but I am impressed with how fast this model is. You can't even compare. Like if I tried to do this in ChatGPT, this would take forever. Right now, I'm just talking through this because you're going to be able to see that it's going to right in front of us. Boom. It did not keep the image dimensions. So I'm going to go and fool around with this and come right back. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I downloaded the one that almost got us there, right? We changed the background, we kept everything, but we still have, what is this guy's name? I think Jesse. Greg. So we've got Greg right there. So that is Greg. Replace man with a second profile image. Don't change anything else. We're going to run this and we'll be right back. All right, that did not work. I'm going to mess around with this a little bit more. There's going to be people making videos about this. It still is not perfect. I'm going to mess around with temperature settings and see if we can get this to change the image. We are trying to do a lot of things. Take a style of a thumbnail, change the background to my coloring, keep the rest of the thumbnail, and change the person in it. It is asking a lot of AI. I'm going to see if I can find the right process and then I'll go over it. All right, guys, I tried about 15 times and I was not able to get the result that I'm looking for. You're going to see a lot of videos, mind blowing. I actually did a video, if you go back, when ChatGPT came out with its newer version that was supposed to be game changing. And then I put it through some simple tests. It's pretty good. What I'm finding is Nano Banana is good at uploading an image and doing a basic change to it of the text or the shirt or something like that, the shirt color. But face swap AI is still not able to do amazing face swap yet. And I've tried ideogram, I've tried pixels, I've tried 1F10, I've tried now Google AI Studio, Nano Banana, I've tried ChatGPT, I've tried them all. And there is no, so far, there isn't one that does a really good job face swapping YouTube thumbnails. If there's anything else that you want me to test with Nano Banana, like other things, or if you've tested it out and you've seen that it does some stuff that's really good with image generation, then let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video about it and I'll test it out myself. But right now, my mind's not blown by what Nano Banana can do. Thanks for joining me, and just type in Nano Banana if you watch the entire video, and I will create some more videos like this. Keep you guys updated on the latest AI, on the latest AI releases. Talk to you soon.